Hi, guys. Leanne Holitza here, the Healing Studio in Broomfield, Colorado. We're getting ready for our weekly Oracle check-in. We are going to be doing our card reading for the week. We do this every week for the most part. And when I'm done, at the end of this, we will do February, since it's February 1st. So stick around till the end. If you haven't met me before, I'm Leanne Holitza. I do energy readings and healings and teachings in the Healing Studio at Broomfield, Colorado. The name of my business is Insightful Inspirations. And if you want to know more about me, just go to insightfulinspirations.com. So those of you who are joining now know the drill. Type me please in the comments and we will get you your card. If you have never done this before, just that's how you give me permission to give you a weekly card reading. We're not reading on specific topics necessarily. We are just getting our focus for the week. All right. So let's get started here. Announcements. Let's see. Next weekend is I'm a little different time than normal doing the Light Council live on Saturday from 1 to 3 Mountain Time. That has a hybrid option. So if you want to attend virtually, you can. I think there's maybe like 4 spots left in that. Yeah, and then we're also doing some really fun things like the Reset Wednesdays with Michael Brand. We've got some sound bath diversity going on here, lots of different focus and things like that. So definitely go check out the event site if you're interested. Okay, let's go. Here's the weekly card reading. This is the week reading for the collective. This is for all of us. Then we will do a 1, 2, 3 card reading, and that will be the reading for the start of your personal reading. If you're watching this later, thanks for watching later. That's where you can get your personal card. If you're watching live, that's the start of your cards, okay? We're using the Yantra deck and the Enchanted Map today by Colaberry Reed, okay? All right, so surrender. Sideways, meaning we're trying to control a lot of things that we cannot control. We are getting a lot of messages about trying to allow the universe to let the bulbs pop up from the soil, if you will. So this card is basically asking us to allow more of the universe's energy in, but the acts of surrender. So maybe putting writing some things down and putting it in water and letting it float downstream, or lighting it on fire or something safely, of course. So just kind of a surrender release moment. The week is love upside down. Lots of fear in the air, lots of struggles, lots of judgment of each other. This is just a caution, right? Don't focus on where are you missing out on love, and see if you can reverse it to love again. Okay. So giving yourself a very much awareness of returning. This card says returning. Okay. We're trying to return to our natural state of love. End of the week. Ooh, we got some abundance. All right. Now, this isn't necessarily about money. This is about all things in the right proportions, in the things that make us feel abundant. And it's very personal. Okay. So whether or not you like your alone time, your time with your friends, that kind of stuff, very personal to you. You might start the week by writing down where you could love your life more, and kind of do a little bit of a kind of assessment and focus on where you can feel abundant by the end of the week. Grateful for your life. Yay. All right, here we go with the personal readings. Tune in, everybody. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Which card is for you? All right. If you picked 1, you are working with the wide open and the protective. It came upside down. Okay. So what I'm hearing from the guides about this is that it's a good time to see where you've been kind of rigid and holding on, kind of with that control surrender card that we saw at the beginning, how you can put yourself in the awareness that you are wide open in the right ways and not necessarily in the wrong ways, right? So just when it's upside down, it's like protecting what you're open to, but realizing that you would be benefiting if you're wide open. Okay. Okay. This one is the Wizard of Awareness. It came in the reverse as well. Okay. And it is basically saying to us that pay attention to the right things, okay? Your awareness and your thoughts are very powerful tools of manifestation. Whatever you're paying attention to is what you're going to get more of. So keep focusing if you can on what you want, okay? Make good suggestions to yourself, mentally, emotionally, and physically, so that you can move into that healthy space. If you picked 3, you got spark in the reverse. What I'm hearing, and whether or not whatever Colette wrote in her book, we'll see, maybe end up seeing it later. But for me, when I'm listening to this for you guys, the spark energy upside down is basically saying whatever you've already been inspired to do, stay focused on that. Don't keep doing more and more things to bring up your energy. Okay. This inspiration energy is already there. Work with what's there. Okay. All right, you guys. So just a reminder as we get into our me pleases, if you haven't done this before with me, you just type me please in the comments and you will get your weekly focus card. It won't necessarily be on a particular question or topic that you're asking for. It's mostly asking you to kind of zoom out and use this card for the week. If we start to see 2 or 3, the cards 3 times, it's in the same position. So upside down or right side up, it becomes a collective message. So to stay till the end, even if you get a card, because we're also going to do February at the end of the whole thing. So, all right. So Nicole, you hit the top of the list here. So I'm going to go ahead and give you your card first. Type me, please, you guys, if you want a card. I'm always get down the list. At least these days I do. Okay. Dry desert for you, Nicole. Now the cactus stores all its resources for when it's needing it. Okay. When the dry desert card comes, it basically reminds you that you have enough in your tank to get to where you need to go, but it's not a time to do anything extra because it's a little bit of resource strap time. Okay. So giving yourself a moment to, it's not a bad thing. It's like what you've been saving up for, it's like when you have, $7,000 in the bank and you're like, oh my gosh, I have $7,000 in the bank. And then you have a $7,000 car repair. You just say, that's okay. That's what I needed that for. That was what it was there for, instead of getting all bummed out. All right, Miranda, deep freeze for you. Put yourself on pause for a minute. Overthinking might be getting to you, and you might be accidentally moving yourself around a chessboard that has no other opponents in there, and you're not necessarily getting met with your strategy. Okay. So if you're playing by yourself or you're just trying to do it all yourself, there's nobody else to play with, it's not as much fun. Surrender for a minute, put yourself in deep freeze. Know that this is okay. It's an integration time when that comes up. Okay. Hannah and Sierra. Hannah, okay. We're going to get the deep freeze. I shuffled. So we're repeating the message. So I'm going to open the book. Okay. Even though we're not 3 times yet, I'm just going to see what else is trying to come through here. It says everything has a season. Now is the time to put your activities on hold and rest. Okay. So this is a restful week for you, Hannah, and maybe for all of us. We'll have to see. All right, Sierra. Okay, you got magic stream, but in reverse. Okay, so the magic stream in reverse is basically saying that there is some flow going on. There is some energy, and it's magical and beautiful and amazing for you. And it may not feel like you're in the flow because you might be kind of like, think like if you've ever been in like floating in a river. Sometimes you don't even really know where you are in that river. You're just kind of floating. And eventually maybe some landmark comes along. But this week might not have a landmark, okay? So just let yourself float. Okay, Alaska. Cynthia. Okay, you've got the education in upside down. I'm hearing from your guides that whatever you have learned, it's time to integrate it first before moving on to a new lesson, okay? Giving yourself a chance to understand that sometimes all that we have learned is in our heads and not necessarily integrated yet into our wisdom. Okay. All right. Kimberly, thanks for the heads up on the Energy on Purpose membership. By the way, you guys, and there's an Energy on Purpose membership just dropped February's messages, readings, meditations, blogs, light council messages around the energy of the month. So thanks, Kimberly, for letting me know that I had the wrong video up. It's up. It's fixed. Okay. Ghostlands for you. Okay. Now you see it was in reverse. So you see how it's got the little, You got the little time things. There's some stuff from the past that wants to be addressed inside of you this week, but not in like a go spelunking for it. It's more like draw all of your energy into the now and see what past energies are still sitting there in now, waiting to be addressed now with resources you have now. Okay. So just see what that brings to you. All right. Seriously wonderful, Courtney. You got the mountain in reverse. Okay. So this card is basically just, there's a kind of message of don't take the hard way. Don't climb up the mountain, go around it. Especially when it's in reverse. It's like we may be really tempted to try to tackle the hard stuff, but sometimes the easy stuff will make room for the hard stuff to be easier later. Okay. So this week might be a week for you to focus on the easy. What can you get done easily? All right. Denise, slow and steady for you. All right. So just go at a snail's pace, move slower than maybe even feels comfortable. You'll be way more productive and available if you do that. Okay. All right. This week. And thanks everyone, by the way, for hanging out in these readings. I'm telling you, 3 times a charm will come up and we'll do February at the end. All right. Kay, Ian, Charlie, Evan, and Noah. Watch party here, right? Okay, movement upside down, kind of paying attention to what have you been expecting to get moved for you. See how it's sitting on the back of, of this bird that's moving and things, and what you're expected to move for yourself, okay? So kind of work with, the enemy of inertia and see if you can kind of figure out what might feel good just to give a little bit of an extra movement to your life. Get rid of something, spend a day stretching for 2 minutes. It doesn't have to be anything big. Ian, protect the treasures, okay? So there might be a rainy day moment. There might be some things that are frustrating and scary, but protect what's important, okay? I once was told by somebody, never fight with your kid over homework so much that it ruins your relationship with them as an adult, which was great advice because my kid was not a good homework doer. And, it was true. That was a temporary problem. And I have a great relationship with my kid now. So I had to protect the future by not making the present a fight. Charlie. All right. So you got some coming apart energy going on here, and it's in reverse. So it's kind of saying, admit it. You're coming apart a little bit. It's okay. Ask for help. Let people come in and give you the help that you need. It's just kind of a moment of like kind of splitting into more of a real version of you. Okay. It's not necessarily bad. Evan, Wizard of Awareness upside down for you. So the second time we've seen it in this position. Careful what you're paying attention to. Use your awareness wisely. Don't over zone out and get so into a place where you just cannot pay attention to regular life. Okay. Use your awareness to create what you want. Not just now, but future. Noah, you got the goblin energy. Right side up. Go outside, play in nature, see what's going on, but be very aware that there are some mischievous energies that can kind of tell you to do things that maybe aren't going to be good for you. So do stay in nature, but stay in the healthy parts of nature for yourself this week. Lisa C., you got the magical map shifter. He's got a blindfold on. He's just creating for fun. It all starts in our mind. Our healing manifestation energies start in the ethers and become manifest through us into physical. That's what that message is about for you this week. Okay. Dream. Diane S. Okay. You're bringing the Wizard of Awareness right upside down 3 times a charm. So this is for all of us, you guys. Listen up. All right. It says, you know best. Your soul knows best. And be still and observe. It says, the Wizard of Awareness comes to you in this position to warn you that too much force behind a desire for a specific outcome robs you of a true and full experience. Step back, take your energy away from your situation, and focus on gratitude for the ever-exchanging conditions of life. Are you perhaps trying to control the outcome of something because you don't trust your highest good? Meditate, be still, and your answer will come without any effort on your part. Be a neutral observer and see how the moment is a small marker on the map of your life's journey. 3rd time's charm on that one, you guys. All right. So, yes, step back. Don't push on your desires too much. Kalina, you've got encouragement upside down. Basically, what I'm hearing immediately from your guides is encourage yourself. Okay. Be your own best friend right now. Have your own back. Don't necessarily wait for someone else to tell you you got this, because the first person who really needs to know that is internally you. Just focus on that positive internal voice. Okay. Elizabeth, our bone collector upside down. Okay. She's coming to tell you to be teachable and to be open to what maybe the past has taught us, and to let the past be part of our wisdom, but don't necessarily let that be the only thing that guides you. Like, don't just use the past to guide you, because the past is not updated to present knowledge. So take the past knowledge and update it to how it applies to this week. Okay. Be teachable. Terry Collin. Okay, Terry. Focus on your home, okay? Really just focus on your home, your physical home, your spiritual home, your internal self home. Just really give yourself some space to feel where you're at home, okay? Colin, you're bringing the Wizard of Awareness back to us. 4th time's a charm, upside down, you guys. Be still. Pay attention. Your awareness is important, and what you're paying attention to might not be bringing you the life that you want, okay? All right, Eli. Eli, you're wanting to protect the treasure too. Okay. So what this means is long-term protection, the things that are going to be very important to you in the long term. You want to protect them this week, even when there's frustration and there's anger and maybe there's some wanting to blow up at somebody. Remember what you want their longer relationship to be like. Okay. All right. I see that you've asked for Taryn down lower. I'll get there. Christy and Lisa. Christy, cleaning house in the protective. It's just really helpful for you to just keep getting rid of stuff that you don't need, to continue to take your energy out of the places you no longer inhabit. Get yourself into a place where it's okay to use cleaning clutter as a tool for healing. Okay. Lisa, you got the magic stream upside down too. The second time we've seen that. That's basically saying you get in the flow. Maybe you don't know, maybe you don't have a marker right now of what that flow even is doing for you, but find time to get creative, express your emotions, and see where that takes you, how that inspires you. Okay. Melissa and Shannon. Melissa, you want to get in the sacred pool? Just get there floating, relaxing, being aware that you can actually have a really nice inspirational moment by doing nothing but letting the water hold you. Okay. Shannon, for you this week. Okay. You got the dragon's lair in upside down. Okay. So the dragon's lair is basically saying that there is something deep within you to protect, but doesn't need to be protected by like moats and weapons and all the things. You can protect it just by simply acknowledging the depth of the importance of the going within, setting the boundary, not sharing not oversharing so that you feel resentful that you've given more than you should have. Okay. Kimberly and Juan Carlos. Kimberly, you got strength. And she's standing on one foot. This card always kind of frustrates me a little bit because you're all like, really? How much stronger do I have to be? I'm balancing on one foot, holding the entire world with a tree on it. But really, that's an assurance. You got this. This week, you will have easy access to your own strength. And it might even feel good to be in it. Okay. Juan Carlos, your focus this week. Oh, you got Dragon's Lair upside down, just like Shannon. So go inward. What's important to protect, okay? Make sure that you know your own worth, and it's your job to express that worth and take care of that worth first. Taryn, go to the wishing well this week, Taryn. Okay, make some wishes. Make the wishes known to only yourself, though, right now. Let it go down the well. Let the universe hear it like a little prayer, just saying, hey, can you help me out here? All right. Habiba and Salman. Habiba? Oh, you're bringing us deep freeze upside down. Okay. So that we've seen this twice right side up. So this is coming upside down. Just take a moment to not overthink, okay? Put yourself in a pause. Don't take action on everything you think of this week. Give yourself a minute to just see what's already in front of you, what maybe is in your way because you haven't stopped to look right down at your feet, okay? Solomon, your focus for the week is home, but it was in the protective. So this is basically saying get back to focusing on what makes you feel like home. Stop worrying about work and external journeying when you have a home to protect first, right? You go to work because you want to protect your home. You go do those things because you want to create space for yourself. Focus on that home space this week, okay? Heidi M. Talisman for you. Okay, I think you get this card when I use this deck quite a bit. This card is basically looking for the signs, the symbols, the clocks numbers on the radio, whatever. Just give yourself a chance to kind of see the messages this week, and those messages will guide you on your path. Sonia F, you got metamorphosis, but upside down. Cocoon phase. You are turning into something different. You can't stop it at this point, but this week you may not be realizing the metamorphosis yet. Just take a pause, like the cards have been telling us. Just take a deep breath and don't push so hard, okay? Janelle and Donnie. Janelle, listening, music, other people. Just listen. Don't talk so much this week. Just give yourself a chance to just hear the kind words in people's voices. Say thank you instead of nah. It's just hear the compliments, okay? Donnie, you got a compass week going on, okay? So follow your true north. What directions are you getting from your soul this week that you could follow up on and take note of? All right. Alexis B. and Travis. Alexis, you got some unexpected visitors this week. This could be actual people dropping in, or it could just be unexpected, things on your path, but it's like, okay to let them be there. Just know, oh, there's that unexpected visitor that the guides told me about. Just don't fight it, okay? Travis, education in reverse, second time we've seen it like this. Basically saying pause for a minute and let the education integrate, okay? You don't have to go outside yourself to know everything. Sometimes just going inward is where the wisdom is. Robin, you have the spirit of place, okay? So go where you feel drawn in energy and the energy around you, okay? And feel how spaces feel different. Certain forests feel different than other forests. Towns feel different. And every space has its own little spirit. Kind of feel into it this week. Chris, you're also going to get some unexpected visitors, okay? So just don't worry about it. Let them in if you want to. You don't have to, but you can also just acknowledge that sometimes that's kind of like the Alice in Wonderland message. If you follow the white rabbit, you might find something completely different about yourself. Austin, you got the strength card right side up. Good week to focus on this, that you already have all the strength that you need, okay? Janice, gonna have to speed up a little bit here, huh? Janice, you are bringing us the Wizard of Awareness upside down 5th time. Rest, be still, integrate. Let's wait and see what happens, you guys. Don't push so hard on knowing, okay? Let it come to you. Tanya, you're getting 2 cards. You got the Ghost Land and you got the Metamorphosis upside down. Basically saying, focus on what in your past is holding you back from the change you desire, okay? Stop for a minute and do the healing work on that past energy before you try to move forward. All right, eat 100 foods. Heal the ouch in the protective. So it's just time to stop for a minute and acknowledge how hard things might have been feeling and give yourself a chance to just say, I am sorry to myself for putting myself through all that, okay? All right, you guys, if you are just joining, thanks for joining. You can type me please to get a card. At the end, we're going to do the month of February, so don't go anywhere. We're almost there. All right, Tiff, you got Ride the Wave, but you got it in upside down. So basically this is saying you have no choice. You can either get thrown by the wave or you can get to the top of the wave and ride it. But either way, the wave is happening and that you just want to be in it and rather than try to fight it, okay? Lori E., you got the deep freeze upside down. So it's 2nd time we've seen it, 4th time we've seen the card. This is not maybe a season of letting the plants come up. They might come up too early, and then there might be another freeze that comes. Give yourself a minute just to pause, especially the mind, okay? This week, pause the mind. All right. Salama, I'm gonna take that as a me, please, with your question. Okay. So here's your card. Come together. Okay, so this week, focus on your friends, but also focus on like what you can create with those friends. So self, other, and then something we couldn't be apart unless we were together. So like archetype is mother, father, child. What's the child in your relationship, and who could you bring in to help you create that? Okay. All right, Catherine S., you're focusing on strength upside down, basically saying you already are strong. Rest for a minute. Don't hold your breath and try to find that strength. The strength is just in the fact that you can breathe in and out without barely thinking. So just relax this week, basically. Kelly and Matthew. Kelly, home focus. Third time, fourth time, I think actually we've seen this, but this is only the second time up, right side up. Do stuff to focus on making your home feel more homey to you. Maybe just, switch up the decorations, dust that corner that you haven't dusted in a long time, but just focus on home energy, okay? Matthew, you've got some peaks of joy this week. Woohoo! Go have some fun. Feel how it's just exhilarated life can make you feel. All right. Marita, Avni, and Ruben. Marita, you've got coming to life, okay? But it was in the protective. See how she's kind of coming out of the stone? Basically, this week for you, something about you is going to be coming awake. It's going to be coming aware, but it's protective. So it's saying use it for yourself first. Take care of yourself first about that. You don't have to shout it from the rooftops yet. Avni, you've got the moonlight upside down. So basically pay attention to your inner wisdom. This is a very feminine card. So it's also talking about paying attention to the be, the self, the inward. So really reflecting on your own inner wisdom. Okay. Ruben, you're going to want to follow the leader. Okay. So see if you can find some mentor energy this week to take you further in your steps. Okay. All right. Natalie, you got flying in the protective. Flying over the maze of life. You don't have to necessarily navigate the maze of life this week, but just you do it by surrendering. When it's upside down, that's your protection, is when you stop trying to take the right direction all the time, you get more free. Tori, you got the magic prayer. Okay, so this is basically just saying, give it to the universe, write it down, send it off, let the universe know what your order is. Sometimes we want things, but we don't. Sometimes we do these things where we just won't let ourselves relax, or we're just trying so hard, and it's just you could just let the universe know and give it an order. Okay. All right, Jenny V, you're the last one on the list right now. Solitude upside down. Okay, I'm hearing very much from your guides that this is not a time to isolate. Okay, give yourself a minute to not isolate, to come together with your energy and see who's there, who wants your light. Okay, that's basically the message. For my husband, he's going to ride the wave this week. All right, with the little dolphins. He's right side up. So really, we only got that map maker of destiny card was really important. I was kind of feeling like the deep freeze message might be, but the map maker is really the main message, which is just pause and use your awareness to notice what is. Okay, let's do February. Now, the Energy on Purpose membership, you guys, has a little bit more of an in-depth reading about the month, and then it has all the extra stuff with like meditations and guidance, how to bring yourself into the month more fully. It was about relationships. All right, February. All right, where are your power leaks, you guys? All right, so this card is basically saying be conscious of where you have let your power get leaked out. Maybe you've even lost power because you've been pushing and trying and pulling and trying so hard that now you're just tired, okay? That's how the month starts. The focus is practice sideways. Basically, this is saying, what are you holding in place? You know, if always you have a spot for the junk drawer to have junk in it, it's gonna always have junk in it. If you like that, cool. If you don't want it there anymore, take the container away from the junk and practice something different in that space. Okay. Metaphorically, obviously, that's talking about everything, but all right, end of the month, we're kind of lacking some focus. We don't really have some center energy this month. I was getting that from the bigger reading too, you guys. I think this month might be a little bit of a challenge, especially for our relationships. And it's okay because sometimes our relationships need a shakeup. If they were perfect all the time, we'd never grow. All right. We did it. We got to everybody and we got to February. You guys go ahead and be your wizards of awareness. Pause and go be amazing.